Hey, I'm trying to fix it. It won't let me do it.
Yo, I fixed it already. So it's good. It's good. We live right now.
Oh,
What up, though, people?
hey
Hope y'all
y'all.
ready for a good show. I'm gonna be driving, but I'm gonna talk along. So don't be expecting me to be uh uh doing any of the controls. So I hope you got me, Sonny.
I'm gonna try to the best of my ability.
Yeah, okay, for sure, for sure.
All
All
right,
right, if you can go ahead and get the show started, let's do this.
I got you. Yeah, I don't know what the heck I was doing. I'm out here in these streets wilding. Hey, hey y'all, welcome to tonight's show. Good
Yeah,
thing we not good thing we doing the trending topics. This is about to be the easiest kick walk we about to have.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, I was about to say there's definitely enough going on right now. So.
There definitely is. I don't even know.
Mhm.
I don't even know where to start with this one. But feel free, guys, to comment and then let us know your thoughts. So I know I put the topic for the because like these rap beats been real right as of late, like they've been rampant.
Right,
Um,
right.
J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar going back with a whole lot. It's just a lot at this point.
Oh, you mean Drake?
I'm
Yeah, Drake. Yeah, Drake and yeah, Cole
Kendrick
done took
Lamar.
himself out. Done took himself up out of there.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm actually kudos. I think J. Cole probably knew where it was hitting. He was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm not about to be
yeah, yeah.
involved."
No, agreed.
Um, I don't know if you know when or why it started with because as far as I know, like, cause I mean, I like rap, but I don't really understand their beef or where it
Right,
stems
right.
from. But
Yeah. I mean, I know a little bit of the history. I mean, I kind of have an idea of like where things kind of took a turn. But I
mm,
mean, some people speculate it started with Control. The Control verse by Kendrick Lamar. Years ago. I think that was what 2016, 2017, something like that. But I think that was still friendly banter at that time. But at the time, that's when Kendrick was fresh on the scene, not fresh on the scene, but fresh in like everybody's mind, and definitely was a big up and coming rapper. Drake was doing his thing. He was probably, I wouldn't say the number one rapper at the time, but he was pretty close. There was a lot going on, so I think that it definitely lends to some people's theory that it kind of started there from a historical perspective. But I think things kind of took a turn. I don't know if it was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Drake dropped a song and kind of, he kind of made some mentions. And Drake is good at subtlety. He's great at doing some sneak dissing. He's good at dropping some subliminals, things like that. And I wish I had my information in front of me, but it was like there was like a couple of verses. He kind of took some shots at the industry the way he made it sound. But I think people like Kendrick, people like J. Cole, they kind of took it to heart and might have thrown some shots themselves, again, subliminally, right?
yeah,
Um, so the most recent song though was that Drake and was it Drake and J. Cole? It was J. Cole. It was J. Cole, I believe, that did that one song. Him. I wish we could pull it up because I'm faltering here. But the song, it was, I think it was last year. It was a J. Cole song. And they basically, you know, kind of made some mention about who's the best rappers. And Cole kept mentioning that he was the king, right? That he was on top and all that kind of stuff.
mm,
And, when Drake and J. Cole got on that song together recently and started talking about, the big three and all that kind of stuff, that's when, Kendrick really took it to heart, really doubled down. He wasn't throwing subliminals. And then that's when he dropped,
but see, that's
his
why I was
Metro
confused.
Boomin verse.
But see, that's why I was confused because I felt like even with that song with him and Cole, they gave props. Like I felt like that. Like a lot of people felt like they gave props to, or at least J. Cole gave props to all three of them as talented artists, like the big three. Like they're the most right now. They will be considered the big three. And Kendrick Lamar was like, "Listen, fuck all that."
Yeah, well, and and that's the thing. You got to think about it from a standpoint of the reason he did Control, and that's why a lot of people point back to Control is, at that time he took shots at every rapper he made. He name dropped so many rappers, and he said that it was basically the competitiveness, right? It's about being competitive, and rap is a competitive sport.
Yeah,
So he was saying, I'm gonna take shot at these rappers because not because I don't like them. It's just that I think I'm a great talent that's above all others, and I'm gonna put this challenge out to them.
yeah,
And I think even though it's a compliment to say, hey, we're at the top of this game, but the fact that he put them as the big three. And, I'm sure Kendrick has heard that this isn't J. Cole's creation. This is, something that's been in the media and something that's been on social media is that they're the big three. But Kendrick's like, no, no, there's no big three. It's just big me. Like, no, don't put me at a tie with these other guys. I feel like I'm the best, so I'm going to take the best. Cole's been saying I'm the king. Cole's been saying I'm the number one rapper in the game. And then, now you're saying that I'm maybe at a tie with you, but that's it. Nah, he's like, nah, I'm not taking that. No, I'm going to come out here and say, nope, it's me. I'm the big stepper.
yeah.
What you think? What you think, Hein?
What's up, gang? Uh, I had the joint muted. My wife was talking to me in the background. Um, so I just was asking, like, we was just like in the group text, and I was saying, like, which one of these songs came out first? Cause the Drake joint kept popping up on my Spotify yesterday, the Family Matters joint, and I'm like, I don't want to start off at song 7 if
Yeah,
if it's 6 other tracks, and then it kind of like stepping stones where this one will lead to the next one, lead to the next one. So I ain't really up at all on what happened with these two.
well,
That's
I
why I
think,
kind of even just listen and try and see what is this whole situation about, or is
well,
it
I
just
think,
we just trying to figure out who's the best type thing.
yeah, I think I think it is. I think it was just, well, just for me speaking. Um, I think like what really brought out like this current like this to go like how it went was after J. Cole and Drake made the song. What's the name of the song, Willie?
Um, it was
Um,
man, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look it
oh
up.
my
I'm sorry.
God, yeah, what's the name? Oh, hold on, yeah, because I'm gonna look it up too. It's the Drake and J. Cole made a song called First Person Shooter or something like second. Drake and yeah, Drake and J. Cole made a song. Hold on, I'm about to look it up. I'm about to look it up now. Cool. First person shooter. They made that song, and in the song they is basically them talking about, huh?
I'll say, yep, that's the one. That's the
Oh
one.
yeah, it was first person shooter, and in that song, like they're both rapping about basically their talent and this and the third, and then in J. Cole's line, he said something about like them being the big three, talking about Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and and himself, J. Cole, and then that's took it off because then Metro Boomin, Future and Kendrick Lamar made a song called "Like That" or "Is You Like That," and Kendrick Lamar was like, "Man, he just went off, like snapped essentially," and which made J. Cole respond with I forget the name. It's so many different names for these songs.
7 minute
Yeah.
drill.
Yes, 7 minute drill, and then I think Kendrick Lamar was about to come back with something, but then J. Cole squashed the beef. He was like, "Nah, I'm good. Like, I actually respect him as an artist. I'm not like that's not even like what type of time I'm on." So he basically was on his tour and was like, "Yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm not about to be a part of this." And then Drake finally came out with whatever his song was
Push
called.
ups. With push
Push up.
ups. Yep. Push
Yeah.
ups. Yep.
Okay. I'm not gonna remember the names, but Drake came out with his song, and since then they've been going back. I think
He came out with Push Ups. Then he came out with what was it called? Champagne Moment.
Oh yeah. And then Drake, not Drake, Kendrick Lamar came back with something talking about how he a deadbeat dad. Like he basically like how he hate everything about Drake. Like he just don't like him. Like just levels of why he don't like
Yeah,
him. And then he kind of just Drake about being a parent. And then Drake came out with Family Matters, right?
yeah, Family Matters.
Yeah, and then I
Yeah,
think
yeah. You forgot about Taylor Made though. Taylor Made
oh
was
yeah,
his back to back. Yeah, he did a back to back against Kendrick,
Kendrick Lamar. Oh
and
yeah,
did
he did
that was the one with the
Temptation.
AI. Yeah,
Oh,
he
with
did AI with Tupac and Snoop Dogg. So yeah,
yeah. And then Kendrick Lamar came back out with another disc, but used sampled DMX, saying like basically he don't even like who
right.
how DMX had an interview saying he ain't like Drake, he ain't like nothing about him. It just like now somebody's accused of sleeping with little kids. Kendrick Lamar don't even like thing. Oh no, but in one of Kendrick Lamar songs he was saying how Drake couldn't say the N word because basically he was calling him white. It was a lot. Well, I
Yeah. So
think
I mean, like my thing is that the back and forth is definitely huge for rap, right? Because
Who
it's definitely
won is
got
what I want to know.
well, I think at this point, now that they're really truly going back and forth. Because the crazy part was Drake drops, push ups, and then Taylor Made, and then we hear nothing from Kendrick for like a week and a half,
yeah,
maybe 2 weeks. And I think that was, during a lull where people were like, okay, is he going to respond? Is he not? Nobody believed he would respond because, Kendrick is definitely not known for jumping in the booth just on a whim.
yeah,
So, for a minute, people were like, yeah, Drake is up, Drake is, going to be able to walk away from this. Maybe not unscathed because they figure eventually Kendrick might speak on it. But when he came out, 17 days later, and he's dropping, his rebuttal on and the fact that the track was 6.5 minutes long. I
yeah.
mean, it was a long diss track. It was three different beat changes, or three different beats. It was two different beat changes, and he was just going in and going in and telling him how much he hated him. It was definitely like the biggest hater song ever. And he, was telling him, that was when he was telling him, don't ever say the N word. He was calling him out on how he hid his son. I think he called him out about bringing his wife into the matter because he, spoke, because Drake had spoke on some incident between Kendrick and his wife, domestic violence incident. And so he's like, don't be speaking on my wife when you can't even take care of your kid and you had your girlfriends and all this baby mamas and all this stuff. So it was like, definitely personal, directed, and everything. So then, Drake didn't. I don't think Drake got a chance to respond. Next thing you know, Kendrick drops 616 in LA. And so he back to back some. So I think there was all the things that we didn't think was going to happen started to happen with all the tracks getting dropped by Kendrick. Now we're up, I think it's
Yeah,
4 or 5 songs to four because he done dropped, four different songs a day, every day. Literally 10 minutes after Drake drops a song, that Family Matters song, Kendrick
yeah.
drops the Meet the Graham song 10 minutes later, and it's like, what the heck? They both talking about each other's family. It's like
No, but
crazy.
then, but Willie, let's not forget how when Drake went off the first go around, he tagged everybody in. He cussed out Rick Ross, made a little like everybody. Like he told Metro Boomin to sit down and use some drums. Like Drake snapped on everybody. Like that. What was it?
Yeah,
Drake was like, all right, so I'm just coming at everybody. So it was a lot.
yeah. I
I
mean,
gotta
he oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I gotta do my homework on the situation, but this is what you've been missing. Is this is what was always made it popping. Now back in the day, you had to wait like a week,
Yeah, but
two
this is
weeks
like
to
back
get a
to back. It ain't even
response.
know.
Cause this is the viral internet stage where niggas got a studio in their bathroom, so you would get a joint done instantly. You had to wait a week or 2 weeks for it to come through, get mastered and all that back in the day. Uh
Right.
But this is
And we're
what
talking about two of the biggest names in rap, right? We
Yeah.
but
talking
that's why I'm
three,
but
three
that's
or
what I'm
four of the
saying.
biggest names in rap.
Yeah.
Remember when Tupac and Biggie is going, is you gotta wait until the magazine, the source come out next month to get the newest edition of what the hell is going on, or wait until the video come out or something. Like we couldn't get a daily situation which would blow it up and make it bigger, but that's the shit that makes it popping.
Yeah,
Like
but
you
it's
want to see
even
the
with
two
that,
best
it's
Agreed.
niggas go at each
Agreed.
other. This is the shit
yeah,
that like this is the shit that makes you be mad about like watching a basketball game. It's like the two best niggas is supposed to go head up if we at the same position. Like you supposed to find out who's best. You're not supposed to be hiding over here in the corner away from me.
yeah. But I like it. I feel like now it's a whole lot of personal. Like, but I mean, like we just talked
It's
about like
supposed to get
with the
personal.
Chris Brown and Quavo. Chris Brown's not a rapper, but with the Chris Brown and Quavo, like I'm all for like having words and like even like I think at this point we get into like Tupac like when he snapped on everybody and like was like
So so this is
going
why I
left.
think it ain't like this is the difference here. Is them niggas was really like everybody was strapped and all of that and ready to shoot niggas.
Yeah,
These niggas is more so on the hey look see from my opinion again I don't know so whoever's listening again I'm stating the ignorance that I have to the situation before I make these comments. These situations these days is more so like, all right, yo, look, I'm about to come at your baby mom, and when this is on, this is cool, and this is cool. Back then, it was like, nigga, we showing up at your crib and we about to shoot this whole joint up, and like
yeah.
everybody's
No, I
strapped,
don't
and
mean
like
it in
shit
that
was a
way.
whole
I'm
lot
talking
different on
about
that
how left
aspect.
field they coming for each other, like how personal it's
But
getting.
yeah, I
Like,
mean that's like comedians. That's like the Tom Brady roast, and they like, I can't believe they talked about this. It's like a comedian and a rapper. I'm supposed to get personal. It's supposed to hurt when I say some shit about your girl or about your baby
yeah,
mom or your son. It ain't supposed to be like, oh, that was cute. Oh, nigga, I want you to be mad. Like,
yeah. It's definitely. I want to know, like, at this point, at what point are we going to like? Because at this point, I feel like they like low key dry snitching on each other. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, cause like
Yeah.
if we
Well,
get
so
it,
and that's and well, and and that's the, yeah. I mean, but I think that's the thing is that I think like Heinz said, it definitely got to get personal. It definitely has to take shots. The blows got to be hard. It's got to definitely hit home, be personal. I mean, I definitely believe in leave women and children out of it kind of situation. Like, dissing each other kids, dissing each other's wives, dissing each other's mamas, and all that kind of stuff should be left off. But sometimes there's yeah, boundaries, not boundaries. What do you call it? There's blurred lines that get crossed in situations like that. I agree, but I think that the situation right now where Drake is getting called out for, you know, uh, um, messing with underage women and Kendrick being called out for domestic violence, it's like some people can take it, some people can leave it, right? I definitely feel like that might be a bit much in certain respects, especially when it's not proven or it's not common knowledge, right?
yeah,
Because especially especially the underage thing, because there was definitely that situation where Drake was being called out about talking to Millie Bobby Brown, and he wasn't dating her, but the optics, it was the optics, you know what I'm saying? And I think that people will take that kind of stuff and run with it and then claim it's true. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And nobody needs that in their life. Nobody needs to be called out for something that one is atrocious behavior, but then also if you didn't do anything wrong or you didn't perceive you were doing anything wrong or you tried to correct it,
you
because
don't
like the
even want to
optics
have
of
that
that,
out
you know what I'm saying?
there.
You don't want that out there like that. And the
All
same
that
thing with,
takes is
with Kendrick. If
somebody
he really
mentioning it.
didn't do something to his wife, you don't want that. And you're right. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, that's bad to have out there. True, false, or indifferent. Like you put it in somebody's head that like this could be the situation.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like yeah, at this point, like I said, for me, it's like so much of stuff that like is like with with Chris Brown, we know about it. With Quavo, we knew about what he had done. So it was common knowledge, like this stuff that I don't think a lot of us heard, and now it's like what? So
Yeah, yeah.
out here now snitching on each other. Like, what y'all gonna say next?
Right, right, right. And and I definitely, am waiting for there to be basically a into it in a way, but I'm enjoying the ride, especially because it's so, you know, it's at ridiculous level right now, right? Because we're getting, like I said, we're getting back to back tracks. It's almost somebody said that they're basically making a collab album, and
Hey yo,
so and I'm loving that aspect of it. But I think after a minute, somebody's gotta bring this to a head. Somebody's got to drop either an ether or a hit 'em up style record and just walk away. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So bro said this will blow over in a week or two. Hopefully, um,
Not if they
we'll
drop another track.
yeah, but I mean, like for rap, I think a lot of us that really like rap, this was like it was good, like to kind of get the lyricist of it all, the talent of it all to just do it is like is crazy. But the outskirts of this is apparently there's like a Metro Boomin challenge where people are using his beats to dish Drake. What y'all think about that? Well, I don't know if y'all aware of that, but are you guys?
I wasn't aware of that. I need a track list though, so that I can
Yeah,
go through this
because
joint.
Metro Boomin makes really really hot beats, like the beat that Kendrick Lamar and Future did. He makes really Metro Boomin makes really good beats, and now it's like it's like he made these a series of beats, and he like people are now rapping on him dissing Drake. So
Well, the
it's
internet will
like
definitely the internet turns everything into a challenge.
Well,
yeah,
Like
even Drake used one of the beats.
yeah, and that's crazy. Kendrick said all he needs to say. Drake came out and said all the news was planted and fake, way to back down. But see, I the only thing I the only see out of this whole thing, I do believe that him having a fake 11-year-old daughter was definitely fake. I don't know if someone purposefully misled or the information was gathered, but I would think that after we found out that Drake had this kid that nobody kind of knew about, that she wouldn't pull it for round two. You won't spend the block on it again.
Yeah.
So, but at the end of the day, if it is true, that kind of sucks. So hopefully he's not a deadbeat. But like a lot of people are private, they don't want their lives all put on blast. They don't want everybody to know who their kids are and stuff like that. So I would assume it's that way, but then again, I'm just hoping that part of it is actually is false, and it was false information that was fed just for the sake of somebody sending Kendrick Lamar some fake info, fake news, and delivering it that way. I don't believe all of it's fake, but I do believe that part might be. What do y'all think?
if you can keep your kids out of the public light once you one of them type of people, then I would suggest that you would do that for as long or as hard as possible because everything becomes a situation for them every damn day. Now you might be going to school with this one son and that one's daughter too, but your whole life is now under a microscope. Niggas is like you eating Cheez-Its instead of Cheetos. Like it'll take everything. Like you drinking Dasani and not Poland Spring. It's like
Yeah,
they're gonna
but even
break
with
down everything, and it's a kid. It's an 11-year-old. Like we shouldn't be putting that type of pressure on an 11-year-old because my dad made a song that you liked or didn't like.
yeah, because now that 11-year-old got to deal with if it's not true or whoever that girl is, if it's not Rick is really not her dad. Like y'all got people probably trying to follow her on social media. Like that's the part
That's what
that
I'm saying.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
because now y'all trying to track her birthday, and now y'all want to follow her page. Now y'all calling the
see who
little
her
girl
mom is.
ugly.
Like, damn, y'all
Who's the
doing too
mom?
much.
Now you telling the little boy he's fat. Like whatever those situations be. Like not just for this, but for any like celebrities' kids. It's like you're weird if you're following like you know
Right.
whoever's son or daughter, and you know that they're like a 9-year-old or a 12-year-old. Why are you even on
Niggas.
Instagram? Is a whole nother conversation. But why are
Michael
you
Jackson
following
hit
them?
blanket and we took it, and that Might not
You
even
can't
really be
name
his
no
kid, but
you
okay.
can't name no nigga
Right.
baby blanket, not comforter, quilt, none of that shit.
I'm sick of death, Cat Williams. Okay, Cat Williams. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but why do we even care if he's hiding the kid? We ain't taking care of that kid.
Yeah, I
Well,
promise
I
you,
mean,
I
I think
wouldn't, but
it's the optics of one, the deadbeat dad part. It's a push at his integrity. It's definitely one of those things where it's like it's questioning people's loyalty to him, saying, why would you back a man who would be like this to his own kids? Why would you allow him to be rich and to be a superstar, and he has this integrity problem? So I think that's the reason that it kind of makes people, because a lot of people are upset with Drake because he's Jewish, right? And which my thing is, like, this man grew up in a Jewish house. He probably had no choice. I'm pretty sure his Jewish mother was not going to allow him to not be a Jewish little boy. But the fact that he's an actor, a black Jewish man, and he's from Canada, some people take offense to the fact that he's at the top of the industry. People took offense to Eminem because Eminem's white and he's not really, technically from Detroit, and all this other stuff, because he's now at the top. And it's like, when you're at that level, people are going to question your validity, your reason for even existing sometimes, and just do you deserve what you have?
Yeah, because even with
it's cool
Kendrick
for you to
Lamar,
question all of that. You just come out here and be better than me. Come out here and cook me on one of these tracks. Come out here and prove me wrong to not be the best boy. Cause you gonna be from wherever the hell you gonna be from. And like you saying, a kid is gonna follow whatever the religion is that's in the house, whether we got religion or we don't have religion. When you're a kid, you're doing whatever the hell the parents are doing because you don't have a choice in this situation.
Yeah,
But
and if he chose to continue being Jewish, so what? Like, why do we
yeah, I
care
mean that ain't got
about
nothing to
whether
do
that
with
man
the
Jewish?
song
If he
hot.
was a Muslim, we wouldn't care. But then you'll be mad because what, his mom's white? That's the problem. That the one thing I do have a problem outside of the child situation is the not being able to say the N-word because his mom is white. Like, you don't like it because he's half white. Okay. Like, it's a lot of Puerto
Because you didn't have
Ricans
that
or
energy. You didn't have
Hispanic
that energy
people
with
who
Barack.
claim that they are not of African descent and say the N-word all the time, and we don't correct them.
Right.
We don't say they can't say it. Why can't this man say it? Like, at any, if he grew up in slavery times, it wouldn't matter if his daddy was white or his mom was white. If he was black, he was a slave. Why are we worried about what he's saying? Like, I would have been okay with you saying you hate the word that we say. You hate us saying the word N-word, period. But you're worried because this one person is saying it. Like,
right.
it's not like it's
I'm
y'all be pressed
personally
about.
I'm not a nigga vulture myself. I don't care who says it. It doesn't
That's
affect
what I'm.
me.
Like, the only person I care about saying it is a white person. Never say it to me, we're gonna have a problem, or say it in my presence, I'm gonna have a problem. Period.
Right.
Like, yes. So Drake mom can't say the N-word because she's white. If she's an all white person, she can't say. Then yes, I'm sure she ain't walking around here saying nigga this, nigga that. She should not be, right? But Drake is black. Why can't he say it? I don't care if he's half black, black and something other. I don't care. Like, it just, he's black.
Mm-hmm.
See, I always got
Him having a white mom and a black dad
I always got a problem when people pick and choose, because when Barack was the president, wasn't nobody saying he's half black, he's half white. Niggas was saying we got a black president.
That part.
So let's not have it be cool when it's cool, and then when you just decide that it ain't, it ain't. Let's not pick and choose. Shit, either cool or it's not. Like,
right. So to answer Jabril's question, he says, is Drake really at the top? And technically right now, he's not the number one artist of all time or anything, but he's definitely right now one of the highest grossing, the biggest selling artists of this current, at this current time. We could say this year, we could say of this current generation, that kind of thing, because I mean, just from gross sales and albums sold, he's number 5 or number 4 on the list, right? He's tied with Jay-Z for the number of albums and singles sold. For the all-time list, or not all-time list, I think the all-time hits, I believe he's either number 1 or number 2 for the number of hits. He's had the most singles 188 million singles sold, which I believe is the number one number of singles. So yeah, Drake is at the top. There's no question about that. Now, does that mean he's at the top of the rap game as everyone
As far as
sees
talent?
it?
Yeah.
No, because people are going to question talent, entertainment value, validity. Does he deserve this? Because everybody's going to say, oh, well, he's got ghostwriters. Most rappers got ghostwriters. Stop playing yourselves with that. A lot of people don't realize that, a lot of your favorite rappers have ghostwriters, not their whole tracks, not every little single or song that they do, but they all have ghostwriters. That's part of the industry. Nobody's going to let you take $100 million out of their pocket and then not tell you how to write your rhymes, or not tell you how to curate your tracks, or not tell you how to build your albums, because that's just how it works. Now, there's some people that do have that kind of flexibility. That's why a lot of artists want to be independent. That's why a lot of artists want to be, in charge of their record labels. It gives them a lot more flexibility. But even a Jay-Z said that, there were certain things that he couldn't release, and then there were certain things that he was told that he needed to put out. So people got to get that out their mind. And I don't know where all this mythical stuff. People got that mixed up.
When we say at the top, what are we talking about? Are we talking?
That's the thing.
Sales?
You can't define that for rap. You can't define that for rap. That's not everybody's got their opinion.
I'm not a super Drake fan. My wife is super Drake fan, but I don't. We can't have him on a list with Jay-Z tied, and Jay-Z has 20 years of a head start on him now. So you sold more than me because you got a 20-year run on me. So what are we going by? Because to me, the best rapper is Jadakiss. Jadakiss doesn't have it. Jadakiss has maybe 3 verses that you was like, since 1994, 95 or some shit.
I am not adding Lauryn Hill to that list, because then you got to add Chris Brown. No, we're not doing that. People that say Lauryn Hill as a rapper are, I don't know. That's weird to me. But
wait, what are we adding? What list are we adding Lauryn Hill to? I'm confused.
I don't know. Like, she had one rap song. Like, I don't get it. But the thing is like, I think what it is that people, like, we don't have a set defined method of determining rap artists from that kind of.
So we just picking and choosing.
I would even venture to say even putting what they call it most musical genres. It's hard to define that. Now, most of them, I think they go by either concerts, gross sales, or number of albums and singles sold. Most of them kind of keep it there. But I think with rap, we get a little bit more emotional about it. We get a little bit more, we have our things, like our list of things. It could be lyricism. Like you said, Hein, your number one rapper is Jadakiss. Jadakiss is not a top selling rapper. Jadakiss is not a top selling concert, but he's one of the best lyricists in the game, right? So
I like Nas, but we're not gonna, because Nas is definitely a lyricist, and
he's a lyricist. He's a top selling artist. I don't know what his concerts do, but I know that
the problem with this is music is subjective.
Yeah.
The whole problem with trying to come up with this thing is music is subjective. Music is all about time and place. When you were between the ages of about 15 to 25, you are going to think it's the greatest music that was ever made, because that was when you was young, wild, and free. Mm-hmm. So you're always going to pump whatever was out then, and you're never going to think anything was better than that. You will have a song or two, but you'll never think whatever artist came out is better than the time that you were out there. So it's kind of hard to ever really come to a consensus with these type of topics.
Like this is my thing. Like, people will say, oh, I don't mess with Ludacris. Ludacris is not a real rapper. Ludacris this, Ludacris that. But what some people don't realize, at the time, Ludacris was one of at his peak, he was one of the highest selling artists in America. Like, he had big numbers going up in the months and years that he was
in the game. Yeah.
And the thing is that, like you said, Haim, it's so subjective that people are gonna get dismissed. Like I'm dismissive of Lauryn Hill, right? She was a part of a rap group, a rap group.
But she definitely was a lyricist, but she was more she sung
Hold up
too.
now. Lauryn has one classic album though.
Yeah,
she doesn't have that much of a body of work.
Yeah,
right, and right, exactly. And so
I love her though.
People will stand on business that she's one of the best rappers of all time. Literally will say that. Will let that come out their mouth. And it's like, and the rest of the chorus will go, oh no, you know what I'm saying? But there's that debate for a lot of people. Some people believe, like Sonny said, that Nas is one of the best rappers that ever did it, or is the greatest of all time.
He's a very dope lyricist.
Some people believe it's Jay-Z. Some people believe it's Biggie. Some people believe it's Tupac. Some people believe it's DMX. I mean, I've heard great. You said what?
Don't leave my man Pac out. I was about to say now.
Oh yeah, no, that's one of my personal ones. My greatest rapper of all time to me is Tupac. The second is Jay-Z, and a close tie with Jay-Z is Biggie. So I mean, but I have different requirements for my artist.
So
yeah,
as a young child, 1995 me can never let go of Tupac. But as I listen back to these songs, like Biggie was better than Pac. But I will always rock with my man Pac. But if we're talking like actual, like the lyrics, the content of this music, Tupac has way more volume, but it's not even about too much volume for me. Like I said, it's the quality of the tracks. Yeah. Lauryn Hill has one album, and the quality of these tracks could be better than 12 albums that one person had made. Mm-hmm. Like, just because you have more of a biography, more stuff to pull from. If we do a versus though, and I drop my joint, and you could drop from 98 to 2008, my shit still could be better.
Right.
Yeah, Pac and Biggie, like, I mean, if you wasn't there, then cool, I get it, because I wasn't there when basketball is my favorite sport.
Right.
Yeah,
and that's the thing is that, and Jabril said one classic album, 105 awards with 171 nominations. Oh, I think he's talking about.
Yeah, but see, all right. So this is again, I'm with you.
The awards, right?
But
that's another big.
We can't do awards because how many times have you been watching these award shows and this album that wasn't better than whatever like was the winner? So we can't again pick and choose when it's cool to go to these things. I never respect the awards because the niggas who win the awards, you be like, how is if you can't tell me award shows matter when The Wire was never nominated for anything.
literally one of the greatest shows of all time.
Never got one nomination. So you can't tell me award shows matter. Because I got who's voting on this shit. I got to see the panel. I need to see some names. Yeah. You got to explain to me why you voted for 25 other shows over this shit.
Right. And that's the thing is that I think we all have.
I love Lauryn Hill too.
Oh yeah, I low key. I love her as a singer. I love her as a rapper. She's not in my top 5 or nothing like that. It's probably never will be. But I do respect her. I just wouldn't never put her at the in that conversation where some people, like I said, some people literally put her at the top. Some people they'll stand on business based on what they consider what matters, right?
But I mean, yeah, copy, because it's a subjective thing. There is no real right or wrong answer because there's a country song that's going to hit somebody who lives in those type of situations way harder than this shit will ever hit you. There's a song from Beans that's going to hit way harder for me because I know exactly the store he's talking about. I know the nigga he's talking about in this song. Like the same shit, like Eminem could break a joint down for you and it'll hit different because it's personal. That's what music is all about. Music is personal. It's how does that shit hit you when it hits? And it might hit you because like, damn, my cousin just got shot or my cousin just got booked or whatever that might be that the song is about. That's how music works.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, and like for me personally, my one of my biggest takeaways is usually the sales, the sales and the gross, right? And the reason I look at it that way, a lot of people say, oh no, the money don't mean nothing, the sales don't mean anything. And I get that from a talent perspective. But my thing is votes always matter, right? People vote with their money all day, right? So that's how I look at it from that perspective. You know, just because you either as a purist or as a lyrist, lyrical minded, or looking at, oh, can they dance, can they rap, can they entertain me, or looking at it from a, is their concert entertaining, or looking at it from whatever, however the person is looking at it from, you know, they're you're gonna always have your thing that's gonna be like, okay, yeah, this is how I'm gonna gauge this. This is how I'm gonna grade these people. Like Jabril said, awards. Some people are gonna use those awards and stand by that and be like, no, you know, they can only be at a certain caliber to get awards and that kind of thing. So, you know,
that's how I feel about that's how I feel about Beyonce. She may be, I've seen like little snippets of her concert. She may be an excellent entertainer. Do I think she's lyrically like the best singer? Absolutely not. But a lot of people will argue down and say, well, she's great, her concerts are blah 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 blah, this and third. And that's all great, but like when I like, and that's why like when my musical taste is all over the place, because it's like, yeah,
Vocal talent and
my
performance,
favorite
yes,
rapper
two
will
totally
always
different
be
things.
Nas, but I'm a diehard Bone Thugs and Harmony fan. But and like just listening to the type of music I listen to all types. But for me, it got to be like the lyrics got to catch me,
Shit, those was
The
my
beat
guys
or
back
the
in the day.
melody gotta catch me, huh?
I said those was my guys back in the day.
Yeah,
Boom.
but I just sat there at one of my friends' house. We was just vibing, and I started playing Bone Thugs. He was like, "Well, who's these?" Like he knew some of the popular songs by Bone Thugs, but I was going all over like Art of War, East 99. Like I'm going all over there,
East
all over there,
ninety nine,
and
East
stuff.
99.
Yeah,
That
and he's
shit was
like,
funny. That was my shit back
no,
in the day.
that's my favorite song outside of can't give up, but it's or can't give it up. But I was playing different songs and he was like, "Yo, this beat raw," and I'm like, "Yeah," because like for me the beat got to hit, and then I got to hear the words of the song and stuff. So for me, it's like I go off of talent, not how much stuff you sold, not your awards. It's just because I also like Talib Kweli. I just think he's even though he's a very conscious rapper, I like his music. So I could be listening to one thing one next day, and I'm all up in Talib Kweli. But then you can also hear me banging Lost Boys. So I'm all over.
Mhm.
Like
See,
so,
man, and you know I work these situations now. So if we just talking raw numbers, crowds, what venues people are running, you know, I know all this stuff now.
yeah,
It's no argument that anybody's on the same level as Taylor Swift right now. If that's what we going
Right.
by. Taylor Swift ran the stadium here last year for 3 days, sold out every day, and had 30,000 people outside the stadium with no
Mhm.
view of the fucking show. Okay,
Right.
just
Right.
out there between the Eagles Stadium and the Sixers Stadium. Okay, we got niggas that we had lined down the fucking block before the show was even going, just buying merch.
Mm.
So because you know this is my regular situation, I could just
yeah.
tell you what buildings niggas is running, and it's like, yeah, you ain't gonna get too many people in that joint, or ain't gonna be too many in that joint. Or I was there, and half that shit was tarped off. Like,
Oh yeah. Now, what do y'all think about that's one because now you just said that made me think about Chris Brown. They said Chris Brown bought the ticket to Quavo's show, and it was like nobody there, and they had to let people come to the front to watch the show.
So I mean, you know, of course that was debunked, and everybody said that really didn't happen. But you know, it definitely, you know, it would definitely be hilarious if it did. I mean, I don't know. I think the thing is that, you know, it's you know, if even if it did happen, because that was actually a joke from what's his name 50 Cent supposedly did that to Ja Rule,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah,
Oh
the whole
yeah, he
uh-huh.
did.
the whole front section of the
Yeah.
concert and all that kind of stuff. My thing is, if you really did that, I still got paid. I don't
I
care.
still
That
got,
part.
hey
I still
Willie, I
got
was trying
paid.
to let you
So
live, brother.
no matter if
Copy.
it was 100 people there or one person there, if
I got
100
paid
people
for
at the show,
everybody not being there.
hey, I'll love it. I'll be like, cool.
So
We're gonna make this an
as a
intimate
person,
concert.
as a person who does live shows, you know what I'm saying? If you tell me Willie was on some spiteful and he bought the first 2 rows, okay. So I could easily just turn this into, you know what? Because I respect the fact that y'all bought top row tickets, all y'all can come down to the front row. Like we can easily turn this into something else because them tickets are
Exactly.
paid for. It's not like you
Exactly.
bought them. It's not like we got them blocked off. Again, they're not tarped off. They're not taped off. We can't use them. No, nigga, we still getting paid for them. The objective is to make money. And that's what we just
Literally.
did. So I appreciate your dumb ass for buying the whole front row.
Right, like how is that a flex? Like my thing is, how is that I mean, it's a flex that you bought on, but how is that a
it's
flex
funny.
It's only a flex to say that nobody came to your show.
That's what I said. It's funny.
But then you bought
ultimately,
tickets. That's why nobody really couldn't come.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing that
on the 15th when them checks clear, I'm gonna be iced.
Exactly.
I think it'll be more of a thing if nobody showed because he bought all the tickets, period, and it just he came out to nobody being out there. Like that would probably be more funny.
That would be hilarious.
Like,
that low key would be hilarious. Yeah, like
I would die because
why
what is your response to coming out there to not nobody?
Right,
like what if somebody you ain't seen tell you ain't nobody out there?
Right. Yeah, that'd be weird.
That's how you flip that. I'm a live stream this one free concert for the fans because again, the building is paid for. I still get paid.
Yeah, that part.
So now we're gonna set this joint up on my YouTube channel and we just gonna stream this one.
Gonna be like you did say we sold out, right? Okay, yeah, all right. Well,
hey, so hold up. So it's 250,000 off them tickets. It's already in the account. Copy. Look, set up the iPhone over here, set up the iPhone over there, and we'll go live stream this bitch.
Exactly.
Tell me this. Did y'all see the Jim Jones video?
No. Oh, the fight. No, I did. Yes. I saw part of it.
Oh no, what happened? What about Jim Jones? I like him.
Niggas try to roll on my man at the airport. Two white dudes.
They try to fight Jim Jones?
On the escalator at the
on the escalator. Crazy.
Oh, now I gotta see what happened. What he do? Did he beat their ass? Please tell me he did.
He was trying not to swing because that's how the lawsuit happened. So he had the nigga gripped. He had the nigga gripped up. They fell into this old head. He's crumbled all at the bottom of the joint. Cops come from every which way. One dude is concussed something crazy because now he's swinging on the cops.
Oh Lord! Oh, I missed that part. That's crazy.
Well, I gotta watch it now because I like Jim Jones.
I'm about to send it to you.
I just was watching. What was it? Old Boy, and then I watched I just watched like a couple of the old Diplomat videos when they first came out and they had their little jerseys.
Oh, right.
Classic. And then Jim Jones that's back before he walk around looking like he always needs his hair braided. That's when he used to have it straight and he'd be in the videos just smooth chilling.
I remember Jim Jones had on Love and Hip Hop when he gripped the nigga up and was like, apologize to the camera.
Not apologize to the camera. Jabril said that point to come out in the first 10 to 15 rows being empty, you still got to put on for the people in the balcony. It's a mental thing.
But that's why you tell them balcony folks, y'all come on down. I appreciate y'all being up here. Yep, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just won these free tickets down here.
right.
I just sent it to you, Sonny. I'm sending it to you now, Willie.
Oh, I got it. I'm gonna watch it off when we get done because I got to see that.
Yeah, he tried to roll on my man on the fucking escalator.
All right, y'all got any other topics outside of Kendrick?
Yeah, so give me 1 second. I'm about to pull this up. So, of course, we always got some topics going on in the Join the Conversation group. Always have some things going and I wanted to let me see if I can open this up real quick. I wanted to have this quick discussion. This is one of the topics we had and in the group. Let's see. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Let me share my screen. Since I'm home now, I can share.
Yes. Thank the Lord Jesus.
Right. Thank you, Lord. Let's see. Here we go. And zoom in on this thing real quick.
Oh, yeah. I was having trouble with that last time. I was trying to do it. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was reading.
All right. So this was a post that I found on Twitter the other day. And this goes back to some parenting topics that we've had in the past, and definitely it's a different take. And so this guy says that he says my kid packed his project last night and forgot to bring it to school this morning. I saw it as we left the house, and it pains me not to remind him. That bitterness as he walked to his classroom was horrible for me to watch, but necessary for him to grow. He also followed up with, nobody will help you but yourself. Never rely on anyone. Most people just want to see you fail. Life is full of disappointments. That's what makes life beautiful when you finally find the tiny exceptions. Learn this when I am still around, my love. So what's y'all thoughts on this, what he called teachable moment You think it's a teachable moment, just a bad way to do it? What's your
It's
thoughts?
a teachable moment, but you also remind him after he's gotten to the door and like if you driving into school, for instance, when you get in the car, you then say, "You got everything?" Like
Hmm.
this is why you slow down. This is why you check all your stuff, but you don't allow him to go to school, fail the project, fail the class, or fail the project. Scream at him about failing the project when you, the parent, your entire job is to guide him through the role of life. All the
Right,
people in the world can hate on him, but you're supposed to be in his corner. You
Yeah,
can be not there to hate on him, but to guide him and to help him through the potholes and shit that you've been through. So it's not your job to do a told you so or a gotcha moment with your own child. Like,
right,
or
right.
see,
even if you the teacher and it's like the kid is leaving from my class going to Sonny's class and I know you're leaving your book bag or what the fuck ever, you let him get out the class and then go, "Hey, Willie, you got all your stuff?" Like you don't
Right.
allow him to just fuck completely up. Like so, yeah, it was a teachable moment for you, Dad.
yeah,
Right.
I think for me, I probably would have did it different, even though I don't drive professional passenger here. But in this scenario, I'm driving them to school, right? Me
Professional
personally, I
passenger.
would have
Hey
went
yo.
back in the house, put the project in the trunk of the car, rolled them to school, and said, "Didn't you forget your project?" Like when they get and got the car, I love you, blah blah blah. Like, wait, didn't you forget your project?
Hmm.
Let them go
Right.
through the panic mode right there, right? And then say, "Well, I got it in the back, but next time I'm not going to remind you." You need
Right.
to
Right.
be, you need like that could have been a teaching moment. Like let them go through the panic of forgetting, and you tell them I ain't going back to getting those things. I gotta go to work. Now you
Right.
inconvenient to
Right.
me because you don't remember to bring your stuff. When I tell
Now
you
he's
here
sitting
before
there
you
like
get
I
late,
gotta take
you
four
get ready to
buses.
go, huh?
He's sitting there like I gotta catch four buses to make it back to the house.
Yeah, like stress them out a little bit. Now I'm here with that, stressing them out again. It's a little tough love, but at the same time, like listen, all right, let them go through that panic before they leave that car. Look, get your stuff, it's in the back. But next
Right.
time, I'm not gonna do this with you. You need to be responsible. I shouldn't have to hold your hand and make sure you got stuff. But then again, this is coming from somebody who always forgets their keys, their phone, and I got to be told that you got all your stuff before you get down the street. And then at some
Right.
point, when we halfway down the street, we got to turn back around because I done forgot something. So yeah.
One question here: how old was this child too? We didn't have like an age
So
range?
it didn't. I would say the fact that he walked the kid into class, it would put him at around,
Okay,
and
we
he had a
talking. Yeah, we
project.
talking.
You had to
Yeah,
put him at about third, fourth grade.
yeah,
Yeah.
you out
Yeah.
of pocket, Dad. Yeah, you
Yeah.
tripping. If we
Yeah.
talking college student, all right, look, nigga, you grown. You gotta learn responsibilities. I probably ain't telling you, yo, you done left the project over there. No, you fucking up. You fucking up. I tell my niece that all the time. Congratulations, she's a sophomore now officially. But once you get to be grown, you can make all the decisions you want. They could be good, bad, or indifferent. But you wanted
Right.
to live with them. But
Yeah, Gabriel said this was
a
foul.
third
As a
grader.
parent, I would have taken the project for him. Imagine your kid left their lunch. You're gonna let them starve. This teachable moment was a fail. Drop it at the office or whatever. Yeah, I mean, like you guys said, I definitely would have done. I would have definitely done the shock value. I would have had that thing stuck in the trunk or
Me,
or
yeah.
or even if I couldn't, sneak it into the trunk, like you said, in the driveway, sitting there like, so are we forgetting something? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because that's the thing, kids. Actually, that happened to me one time. My kid, I forgot what it was that they left, but they forgot something in the house, and I got in the car, I was waiting, you know, told them to check their bags, told them to check everything. I think they either got it then or they still forgot. But it was like you said, it was that opportunity to say, look, you gotta make sure you got your stuff. You gotta make sure you check it, because it was like one of those regular things, like a lunch or their book bag or something crazy, something they definitely shouldn't have forgotten. But my thing is a project that you probably
Help
it's
them work
probably
on everything.
only, no, my thing is you probably only have one project, maybe two in a whole year. So it's easy to forget something like that. I mean, my biggest thing right now is I forget my bottle of water every morning because it's like it's not something I need during the day. It's not something I always have. I always got my phone, always got my keys, always got my headphones. But bottle of water, I might have 2-3 bottles of water at my desk. I might have one in the car, but it's not something I always have. So if I have one in my, at my desk and it's got some, some still water still in it, and I set it at the door, more than likely I'm going to walk out the door without it. I'm trying to get better at it now, but the
Listen,
thing is that it's like those things that you don't normally have or normally. You can't let your kid fail like that. That's
I
crazy.
leave everything. I went to work and left my glasses. I was making the biggest font I could have on my computer so I can read them damn resumes was real because it's like I can't see shit. And the way people write resumes and fonts and everything they do, it's horrible. I was sitting there blind half the whole day. Like I should go home on lunch and get my glasses because why?
No,
Like, I forget them all the time.
one of my old neighbors had posted that they went to work and found a TV remote in their purse, and it was like this was supposed to have been my phone. It was like what? Like they literally picked up the remote, threw it in the purse, jumped in the car, made it all the way to the office, and was like, "Damn, I don't even have
Listen,
my phone."
See, man,
I
used to
went
get to the
shopping one
door.
day. Let me tell you how bad I forget stuff. I forget wallet, purse, every keys. I forget it all. Cell phone, everything. I was told my coworker took me to shop right after work one day because I'm a freshman pastor. Somebody took me, so I'm at the checkout line. Like, oh shit, I left my wallet at work.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that? Thankfully, they paid for my groceries so we can get out the store. It took me back to work. Not only did I leave my wallet, I left my house keys. So I wasn't getting in the house or anything. I wasn't. I wasn't. So I'm one of the people. You gotta remind me, and I'll forget stuff. Like I'll remember my earbuds one day, forget my glasses that same day. I'll get my glasses, forget my bank card. So I'm like, oh crap! Thank God for the wallet on my phone because I will be in the street starving half the time.
Right, and that's the thing. Like I'm that's my. Go ahead. Sorry.
My old crib was like you had to walk all the way up the steps to get you had to walk down the steps to get out, all the way up the steps to get in. So when I got to the steps every day, I would stand there and go phone, keys, like headphones. I'm not walking back up these goddamn steps because I don't want to forget none of my shit. Like so now, night before, if I'm going, it would be like, all right, everything I need, my bag is here. All I gotta grab is my phone and the charger. If I gotta be a long shift today,
Man.
like you said, that forgetting the headphone shit, man. No headphones all day. It's like, why do I even have this phone? Like,
That part because you really can't talk at work like this. And I'm a person I like to my phone. I don't really talk on it like regular, so it's speaker or earbuds. Because more likely I'm in the
holding the
house.
phone is horrible.
Yes, that shit is terrible. Like I'm listen. I don't got time for that. I forget
When
everything.
you end up in a
My friend
when
is
you
now
end up in
programmed to
a
ask me when I get in the car, what do I don't have?
Right. I know.
when you
I
end
was
up in a holding the phone situation, you be salty as shit. Like, oh, why did I answer this shit like
man.
this
Right.
without my
Right.
headphones?
So that's my thing is like now one of my bigger things to do is to always double check myself. Like, what am I forgetting? Like, I know I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? Look at everything. Do a quick mental check. Like, got my keys, got my wallet, got my bottle of water. And so it's definitely but that's something you learn over time. I mean, I'm 47 years old, so having to remember that now or to figure that out now at 47 was something that my dad probably got on me when I was a teenager all the time.
It was a
But
teachable moment.
but you're talking about
But then we ain't have stuff to
third,
bring
fourth,
with us all the
maybe
time
fifth
when we were
years.
kids.
That's crazy.
We ain't grow up in the era where we had cell phones and keys. We ain't had no keys. Somebody was always home. We ain't have no. We grew up in a non-cell phone era. By the time I got a cell phone, I was an adult. By the time cell phones came out, I was an adult. So, and you couldn't talk to them at 9 o'clock anyway. Most people had them little mini phones, the phone. So I left mine at home. I wasn't talking to you.
Right.
So for our era, we wasn't raised with having to remember to bring crap, but our homework. Dog ate it. We left it at home like that. Minute stuff versus now we got to remember everything. Like we out here. Like I feel like if I don't got my phone, my day is over. Like how is somebody gonna communicate with me? Because I don't remember nobody numbers. I can't call nobody. Is it real?
Same, exactly.
Like what if
So
something happened? Who am I going to call? I don't remember no numbers.
my first day working a concert, we doing like the Roots picnic setup. My daughter is on a FaceTime with my brother the night before, and my fucking screen breaks. I don't have no phone.
Oh
I think I
damn.
did like a 16-hour shift.
Oh wow.
Uh, so couldn't make it to the phone store to get a phone. You talk about don't know nobody's phone number. You don't know what time it is. You
All
don't
right,
know how long.
time,
You don't
man.
know how long you've been here. It's hot as shit out there. I'm just sweating bullets. But you just all day like, all right, we probably been over here for like 3 hours. Yo, what time is it? 9:15, huh?
Time goes super slow. We don't have no phone or no time or
And
no
then you be
clock.
asking people what time they take forever. You like, bitch, if I just had my phone, I could just
Right.
look.
Exactly.
Like, nigga, don't you got on a watch? Is that joint counting your steps? What the fuck? What time is it?
Not down your steps. Right. So I'm walking around right now with a dead watch. My watch completely dead.
Yeah.
And they're like, bro, like this is
I
not
don't
helping me.
even wear watches, so I'm done up. I don't remember no numbers. I don't wear no watches. I'm out here like, you know what? This
I know my
can't be
mom
life.
number and my wife's.
No, I don't remember. My sister just changed her phone number, and I'm like, damn, I finally remembered it.
Oh wow.
Like
Wow.
I finally
I know
remembered
my
your
brother's
long ass number, and now you go ahead and change it. Ask me what it is now. Don't even know.
I
Other
was
than
there.
609. I don't know the rest of that shit.
I got one more
It ain't my-
topic for us. One more.
ain't my wife or my mom. I'm fucked. I don't know it.
Right. All right. So this was another post that I made on the join the conversation group. I promise I'm not just doing mine. I just it's just the two I had in my notes. But this was one. This guy posted, I just blocked and deaded friendships with 4 of my homeboys. I had back surgery literally a whole month ago, and not one of those niggas checked on your boy. I ain't say shit. I just blocked and let it be what it is. Niggas wasn't my real friends. All I'm going to say is check on your people, man. And so, you know, this caused me to think, and in the post, in the comments, he ended up coming back and mentioning that he did have 5 other friends that did check on him, 3 women and 2 guys that did check on them. So it wasn't just the 4 guys; it was 9 of them total, and 5 out of 4 did check on him, but the other 4 he felt like didn't do what was right. He also mentioned that he had given them all advance notice. He had, you know, checked on them, because people was like, are you checking on them like you want them to check on you? Because that's definitely a question. And he said that, yep, I check on them all the time. I make sure, I always try to make sure they good. And he was like, not only was it before that they knew, but it's been a month since, and I haven't even heard from them in the month since, and that's why I made the decision. So this prompted me to ask the question of, are we expecting too much from our friends, or are we allowing too little from friends and family?
So this is what I would say about that situation, because y'all can both attest to this. With our small group of our GFT, if somebody says, "Hey, I have dot 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 going on," then 2 days later I'm gonna check up on you. A week later I'm gonna ask you about that.
Yeah.
But sometimes, shouts out to my man Nutmeg. Nah, life be lifing.
Mm-hmm.
When you get a back surgery, it is all that is going on in your world. So it is headline news for you every day. I have no idea if Sunny has something going on with her son, and she's been having a rough week. And you know how these things go when you're an adult. The first turns into the 18th real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah.
sometimes you just didn't get a chance to call your man. That doesn't mean you wasn't thinking about him. It don't mean you love him no less or you don't care no less. But you never know what somebody else is going through or what their situation is. Just because, again, we all think we're the headliner and the star of everything. But
Right.
I have no idea what's going on in your household. You have no idea what's going on in mine. You don't know what the hell I was doing today. I could have had 3 meetings about whatever, and now I'm sidetracked trying to put a portfolio together for the next month. So you can't just, what was our real relationship if you got mad and just, oh well, fuck it. Like, I mean, we're adults. Adults gotta
Right.
have shit going on. How many kids do these people have? If you got 3 kids, nigga, and I have 5 people, or if you got multiple baby moms or baby fathers or whatever, now there's too much stuff that can go on in a month. That don't mean that I don't care about you. It just means that I never got around to doing it. I could have thought about it every day, just like you just said. I forget shit. I could have been thinking, all right, on my way to work tomorrow, I'm gonna call Willie. On my way to work tomorrow, I'm gonna call Willie. And I get in the car and then, oh, I gotta go to the gas station. Now that's doing all about the phone call is off, or damn, it was an accident, so now I can't go that way. Now I'm late. Shit happens. Like, so you can't just.
Right.
I mean, you can, but I wouldn't just say, them niggas ain't check up on me now. And if you was checking in on niggas, though, you could just say, like, copy. Maybe we ain't as strong as I thought we was, but I ain't just gonna throw away the whole relationship.
The whole situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonny, what's your thoughts?
I feel like, so for me, I don't know. This is gonna sound real messed up. I'm about to say this, but like it's as sincere as I can be. I don't have high expectations of people.
Mm,
I don't.
Copy.
I feel like
I
when we
agree.
put when we put that I expect you to be this type of person, I can't expect you to be that. You are who you are. So as much as I will probably want you to check up on me, because like I said, I just had not too long ago had surgery on my hand. My dominant hand at that. I was in here messed up. But at the end of the day, like that first initial day that it had surgery, people called me. I was drugged up, so I wasn't really talking to people. But like second day, people called me or whatever. But I wasn't expecting nobody to call me every day to check up on me or this, that, and the third or anything like that. Like I didn't expect people to call me that day or any day after, because at the end of the day, you got other crap, like to Haim's point, you got other stuff going on. So I'm not the end all be all of your life. Most of my friends are parents, and they have businesses and stuff they got going on, whether it's school, work, whatever. So I'm not expecting everybody to be there. Yes, we want people to be there for us, right? But we can't force them to be there for us. So dismissing them like that, blocking them, I don't think I would block them. I think it would be a conversation of, listen, I felt XYZ and this, that, and the third, and I don't know what you have going on in your life, but I really felt like I thought we were closer than this, blah blah blah. And then whatever they said after that, that's how you did. That's how you, like, whatever that is. That's how that works for you. I only delete and block people when I feel like they violated. And for me, I'm a true born Taurus. I don't like change. So a lot of people did a lot of crap to me that I'm still probably friends with or cool with to some degree. Like I'm not really checking for you every day, but like I still talk to you, but I just know who you are, and I leave you where you at. But at the end of the day, no, I'm not expecting you to be there for me 24/7, especially when I'm going through stuff. Yes, we would like them to be there.
right.
I would like for my friends to be there. When you go on stuff, like when, like even like time point when in our friend group, when stuff go on, somebody's not feeling well, okay, prayers up, whatever you're going through, hope it works out, hope they feel better, whatever the case may be, because it's genuine care. I don't want people to do that, but don't really care, because I laugh and I say, I'm gonna say this, and it sounds messed up too, but me and my cousin joke about it, because I said to her, if I ever say prayers to somebody on Facebook, depending on that person, I probably don't really like. That's my prayer.
That's the prayer. Exactly.
Like,
that's the prayer.
prayer.
Yeah.
That's the prayer. I'm not sitting there,
Yeah.
but like in that same token, I don't sit here, like I can't legit say that I sit here and pray every day. Like I'm not a prayer. So yes, prayers is for me is like, okay, so I'm like almost like I'm sorry, or I'm here for you. Like I'm more of a I'll be there for you. Like whatever you need me to be there for you, I could be there. But like I'm not a praying friend. I'm really not. So I'm not going to really sit there and pray for you.
Yeah. So Jabril said that in a friendship because they didn't check on you. I have a family, kids, job, life. When he says checked up, does he mean came and cooked, clean, or like a week later they didn't call? And so, I mean, according to some of his comments, this is one of the comments. He made a lot of responses. He had over 21 million views on this post, and I forgot how many hundreds of thousands of comments, but he tried to respond to them all. A lot of repeats, but he mentioned a few times that he had called them all 9 people, let them know what was going on. He had made contact with a couple of them beforehand, and then he said that surgery happened, and then it's been 1 month since surgery, and like this one says that not one of them out of the 4 that he hadn't heard from has even asked him how he's doing, has even reached out to him to check on him to see how he's doing, just to see, did he, not that he needs anything, just like how did things go? Was it successful? Was it bad? Whatever, So and
how you feeling? No.
Yeah, how you feeling? So to Haim's point and to Jabril, and I think Sonny, you just said the same thing. I agree that people are going through things. People have stuff going on. But I also this was my thing, and this was I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I said, one thing that bothered me, and this goes to what Jabril just said about this new generation, and I think we all have gone through that in all of our generations, is that I think when you're young, because I don't know how old this guy is, but he looks fairly young. He looks like he's probably 30, maybe 35. When you're young, you have these friends, right? and you collect these friends. You know, I actually just had a conversation with a 9-year-old about this because he told me, he's like, I'm good at making friends. I'm really good at making friends. I got a lot of friends, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, that's dope. That's dope. I was like, you know, I was like, you know, how are you making these friends? You know, are you in, you know, different clubs? You know, are they just in your classroom? And he's like, well, you know, I see them at football, make friends at football. I see them at, you know, school, I make them at school. I see them at, you know, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, I go up and I approach people. I was like, okay. I was like, you know, that's the messed up thing about when you get older. You don't approach people as much. You don't reach out to people just because you're at work with them,
People
you know.
are not as approachable.
And people are not, exactly. Somebody else
part,
mentioned that. They were like, people aren't even as approachable when you get a certain age, right? So this was my thing. You got 9 people that's in your circle, because there was another post he made or comment. He said he called them a couple of times. He called them his circle. He said he got 9 people in this circle. Now I forgot how old you are, Haim. I know Sonny's hit the
40.
Yep, Sonny's hit the 40 mark. Jabril, I believe you're either right around our age, or Sonny, not my age, was Sonny's age, or a little bit younger. So I think that we all are at an age that 9 people is a lot to be in your circle. That sounds ridiculous, right? But when you're at a certain age, it sounds normal. It sounds like, no, that's
all
my
my
people.
friends. I don't even like people like that.
And this is my thing, you know. I think we all have different definitions, because I know I call certain people my friends, where some other people might say, oh, that's my associate. And then there's some people that may be like, oh, that's my bestie, and, you know, blah, 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 right? So I think that we all do have different definitions, but I would venture to guess that, you know, 65% of us would consider our circle the people we depend on and the people that depend on us, right?
Yeah.
I would think that we all kind of have a similar definition, that the people that are closest to us are the people that we have an expectation of, right? And my thing was, these 9 people aren't related to you. That's not your circle. I could venture to guess that half of them people are your hangout friends. Those are the people that you go out with. Oh, Jarrell just responded. He said he's 41. I have all the friends I need to have. I don't need to make new ones. Exactly. So, and that's the thing. We get to a certain age and we get into the no new friend zone, right? So my thing is that at whatever age you're at, you have a certain number of friends that are dependable, reliable, and that check on you and you check on them reciprocally. Then you have those friends that you might reach out to them a little bit more than they reach out to you. You either hang out with them or you talk to them at certain times. Y'all may not hang out every day, but, you know, y'all definitely are like, oh, if something pop off, y'all in it together. Y'all will go do that kind of thing. I call that your hangout friends. I call that the friends that are like, we cool, but if you need to move, you probably want to call somebody else. Then you got those people that a lot of us will disagree on in terms of what to call them, because like I said, some people I call my friend, right? Some might call it associate, because I kind of have a negative view of the word associate, you know, in a way. Some people might call it something different, but whatever you call it, you got this outer ring of people in your life, right? That when you link up with them, it's all love, but you might not talk to them half the time. If you do talk to them, it's surface level stuff. When you have things happening in your life, you don't usually call them. You don't usually include them in those bigger things in your life, or even the smaller things. When it's a big event, they're either the second level, third level, sometimes even fourth level people that you think about when you want to invite somebody to an event that you may be throwing or that you might be doing. Like if you're like, oh, I'm trying to fill out a hall for my birthday, yeah, they might get a call. But if I'm having a backyard barbecue, no, people ain't getting no call. Those are associates, bro. So you got to realize what level people are really at in your life, and then what relationships are serving you when you're trying to serve them. And that's what it's this situation. He says, and he says it a lot. He's like, this is my circle. But then he keeps talking about how he's reaching out to these people. He's reaching out to these people. That means that he's allowing too little from these people to be in his circle. He's allowed them to only get checked on and never get checked up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then to say that they're in your circle, bro, you got a bad expectation. You got too much expectation of people you've never forced to do what you needed them to do. You didn't
Like
ask them
being
to serve
goddamn
you
friend.
or this relationship to serve you.
Bruce,
You just allow time. Maybe it's a friend of a friend that you made this relationship, this connection. Maybe it's this pseudo family, but you allowed these things to cloud your judgment on what to expect from people, or you just allowed them to kind of basically run over you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, I won't say run over. It's just like you do all the reaching, they never reach back. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
gotta recognize that for what it is.
but you
Yeah.
gotta
'Cause
get to it, like you said, when you're younger, then you think you got 9, 10, 20 friends because everybody's always around. We're around doing a bunch of nothing together. Once you
Mhm.
have responsibilities and other people looking at you and like you said, job, career, side hustle, marriage, long-term situation, once you have all these other things going on, people get weaned out of this situation because your circle becomes like 3 people. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
like
Jabril
first
just said, I have 3 friends, someone I could call at 3 a.m. out of body. The rest are
like
associates.
exactly because you
See,
only
but I
got
don't
a
even
couple of
call people
people.
associates.
You only got a couple of people you calling when shit goes left. You're not making 12 phone calls. Like
Exactly. At all.
Yeah. I
At
feel
all.
like for me, I don't like the word associate. So I have like
Yeah,
that's why I said
yeah.
I have my friends, people I talk to on a daily, my bestie who I talk to on probably more on the phone than the guy that I'm currently dating, because everybody knows I'm not a phone person. But I don't like to be on the phone wasting air and just breathing. I don't want to hear you breathe. Leave me the fuck alone or just send me a text. But those 2 people I talk to on the phone more than I talk to anybody else on the phone. I have people that I consider my friends, and like I can talk to them about certain things, and then I have people that I hang out with. Like that's cool to me. Them my peoples. That's what I call my associates. You're my people, so I know I can call you for a game night. If we about to get wild and have a ball, that's what you coming through. But I don't. Yeah, I don't. You can't call everybody your friend because everybody's not your goddamn friend.
Exactly. Yeah. And definitely
They
everybody
don't have
ain't
friend like
yeah,
qualities.
I was telling the couple people, I was like, look, you don't have 9 people in your circle. That's preposterous. Literally preposterous. You might
It's
have
a
1,
big
2,
ass
maybe
circle.
3, maybe 4. But at some point you got to start realizing, like, are
I
these
don't know, 4
is
seem a little
each
steep.
that seems a little right, right. I'm trying to be nice, Hype. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to give them right. It seems real
See,
steep.
but see, and it's for me. Like a lot of the people you see me hang with is probably family. Um, I got like
But that's the thing. That's the reason I put family in there, because you can't
yeah,
even do that with family. Like I got my mother and my sister, right? And we've all have had our fair share of stuff come up where we couldn't really support one another. But those are the people that I definitely depend on, and they depend on me. It's reciprocal. It's definitely
yeah,
one of those things that one of us is having trouble. Like right now, I'm driving my mom's car. I had to do something else with my car. So my mom was like, her car's just sitting in my sister, and my sister's not needing it, and nobody. It's like, so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And she, looked out, let me get the car. So my thing is, I know, and I'm in the crunch, I can at least call them. Now, I might have 1, maybe 2 of my homeboys that I could do that with, where I could be like, hey, bro, I'm stuck. I'm in a bind. If I could just borrow your car right now, maybe 1. I ain't gonna
Man,
say 2.
you
I
know
could
I
say
ain't no
maybe 1.
gas.
But that's right, right. But that's also a big stretch, right? That's a big stretch. But there's
yeah.
some people where I wouldn't even try to call and ask them
It's
something
like,
like that.
and that's for
It's
me.
like,
It's like some people
we're
I'm
not
never
on
gonna
that
call
level.
asking no money. Like I don't like asking for money, borrow money, period. But if I feel like I
People in my
can't ask
circle can't
you,
ask me for money.
huh?
I'm just that kind of person. I said some people in my circle can't even ask me for
No,
money.
that part that's what I'm saying. Like,
Money
but
is a
like
rough
even for
joint,
me,
man.
for me, borrowing money from anybody is a big deal for me. I don't do it. Like I don't do it. Like I will rather take my big toe off than to ask somebody for money. Like if I ask you, it's because
Hey,
I actually need it. But it ain't gonna
I'm
be
telling you,
nobody
leave me
that
some
it's not
nails,
going. If
Sonny.
I, huh?
I said, just leave me some toenail.
No, that's
I had to tell.
like, yeah, but like that's for me, it's just like that's something I don't do because I feel like when you borrow money, things could shift, right? Even with family.
Mhm.
So it's like I don't do it. But everybody
Especially
knows,
with
everybody
family.
that I rock with that's in my circle knows that if I open my mouth and say I need to borrow money, they give it to me because they know I ain't asking. Like, and if I do ask, I'm asking for a legit reason. It ain't gonna be no bullshit. And and as high person I am, I'm paying you back ASAP. Like I ain't waiting until it's never gonna be. I'm waiting till tax season. None of those situations. But like I said, but everybody knows how I am about that. So, like I'll give money if you ask to borrow money from me. I'm poor. If I got it, I'll lend money out and understand that it might not never get back, or it may get back to me. And if it does, that's great.
Right.
But yeah, me asking to borrow money, ooh, that's if I call them, they like, oh, I know you in the bad way. You ain't even about to ask nobody. Yeah, damn right.
Boy, I didn't eat toenails for 3 days before I called you and said, like,
Listen,
yo,
I
like, I
listen.
really just
As
need.
long as my son can eat, I don't care about me. Listen, I'll figure it out till I get paid. If I can just make it till I get paid. Listen.
Right. Exactly.
So that's
Well,
what I'm basically mean. If you can call your circle in case that happens, yeah, that's what I consider my circle because I don't even ask nobody.
Yeah, no, real talk.
Like the only person I used to ask was my mama. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, we got to definitely figure out, how we're defining our circle, how we're defining our friends, what we're expecting of people, how we move, how they move. Like I was telling, actually, I was just talking to my daughter about this. I was like, I've definitely had to look at some friendships and realize what's serving me and what's not. And I'm not going to do what he did and block them and never talk to them again. But I'll definitely take a step back and make a realization like, okay, am I allowing history to be a deciding factor on if this friendship deserves more energy, or am I going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, reaching and never get that reach back, because that's energy that you could be putting in somewhere else, and or having expectations of people that like Sonny said, that you really shouldn't be expecting much from. I think that's one of the bigger things that I learned early on. It's not to have super huge expectations of either people or situations. Allowing someone to shape how I look at my life is not going to happen. So taking them out of that picture and saying, okay, you know what, I can rely on myself more. I can rely on my actual circle more. I can do those kind of things. I think that makes us a little bit better, a bit stronger, a bit more prepared, because you're not sitting there thinking like, oh, I got 12 people I can go reach out to and blah, 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 knowing that, no, actually you got 3, maybe 4, maybe 2, depending on the situation, depending on the ask. Because there's certain things, like I said, there's certain things like my homeboy, man, I can ask him right now. I can call him up and be like, bro, I need I need dinner. I need a ride to the store tomorrow. I need $50. I can ask him for all 3 of those things right now, but let me ask for something that in his mind may be outrageous, or that's just outside of our friendship. Like it won't happen, right? So I have expectations. I have a realization, like there are certain limits to things, but now one of my other homeboys who I have pretty much almost, I would say almost on the same level kind of relationship. I know I can't ask him to borrow $50. This man got a whole family. He got a kid in college. He got stuff going on. I know.
Are we thinking about them and what they got? Get that part.
That kind of person that's gonna let you borrow money anyway. I got another friend. I definitely consider him a friend, but I don't even feel comfortable asking that man for anything because we don't have that kind of relationship. He's not at the same level as the other 2, but I feel comfortable enough to call him a friend. I know that, hey, if I'm like, hey, bro, I'm about to go out of town. I need somebody to help me out. I got to do these tasks or whatever. So, if you come through, oh, he with it. He'll be like, oh, no problem. I'm going to get my plane ticket right now. We done traveled together. We done hung out. I had a whole party down in Florida. He came down for that. But, I don't think that we at that point in our relationship where I can be like, bro, I need to borrow your car. He'll be like, who's this? You know what I'm saying? But that's an expectation. Now,
You gonna say
you
my
know,
check engine light on, my gas drawn is broke.
right, right.
Yeah.
Now,
You take
if
my
if
car,
I was
bro.
sick, I would and told him about it. I know he would call. It's and vice versa. I know that if he got sick, I would call him. That kind of thing. Shoot him a text, something. That's something like that. So I think that this situation is actually kind of bare minimum situation.
Yeah.
But again, I think that what did he really consider when it came to these people? Were they ever the type to reach out to him? Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
They probably never made a phone call to him. I got in trouble the other day for not calling somebody because they was like, hey, every time I called you or every time I text you, you call me. Every time I call, then you call back. You ain't never once reached out to me directly. I'm like, oh damn. I'm like, okay, my bad. I'll do better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing is that either go ahead and call that person out or realize it just ain't gonna happen. And move on. You don't have to move on completely and throw it away. But if that's what
Yeah, I don't need to
how you
block
feel,
you.
that's how you feel. I can't stop you. I won't try to stop you because I know how it feels sometimes to feel like you're the reach out friend or that you feel like you've done enough. Sometimes there is that point where you got to be like, hey, as enough is enough. I can't keep lending my energy to this.
Yeah. Facts. Mm-mm.
All right. Well, great show. Great show. Make sure you guys get with us. We got plenty of shows, plenty of topics, plenty of things going on. Get at us over at gftradioshow.com for all our socials, all of our links. Make sure you get over to the Join the Conversation group. The link is there. Or you can go on Facebook and look us up. Facebook.com/group/GFT Join the Conversation. Make sure you get our merchandise. We still got plenty of different shirts, t-shirts, sweatshirts. I think we had a crop top too. We got tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Accessories.
We need to do a giveaway because I got 2 cups to give away.
Oh, we got cup. Oh yeah, we got cups of accessories. Yeah. I got a drinking glass. I got about like last year. I got to do some more shopping. I got to do some more shopping. But yeah, Sonny, we're gonna set that up.
Next person, whoever likes the first person to like the next post on the GFT page gets the mug.
Yeah. But I think we like to do it out live during the live show. Make them watch the show.
Right. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Hit the
nigga in the comments next Monday.
That part.
And hit the notification bell so y'all can be made aware when you can get these mugs. All right. Make sure y'all do that. Make sure y'all do that. Sonny, tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me I'm about to catch this nap real quick and go to sleep. Now I'm playing. You can interact with me. I am Sonny_D, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, and TikTok. I made it real simple. One name, 4 platforms on what y'all doing, but you need to be following me. Or visit my website, unreservedlyme.com, which I will be updating very soon.
All right. Hype, tell the folks where they can find you.
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I am Hype. That's HYMPE. That's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Episode 141 available tomorrow, 2 p.m. on the GFT Radio Network. This is a spotlight episode on my guys from the Bridging the Gap podcast. This is part 2 because 139 was the same thing.
Oh, for sure.
Custom Hustle World on Instagram, Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter, at H2H Cleaning on Instagram.
And speaking of reaching out, shout out to our boy Dame. He's under the weather, so hopefully he feels better soon. Yeah, I'll definitely shoot him a message in the group chat. Make sure
I thought he went to the Pistons game tonight.
I said prayers.
All shoot. HR still on the line. Hype. HR still on the line.
Yeah, I'm still on the line. Prayers, Dame.
Right, prayers. That's the prayer.
That's the prayer. It's all by itself.
It's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Get at me everywhere at Willie Styles on IG and Twitter and Threads. Make sure you get at me at Willie.Styles on Snapchat and TikTok. I'm over at stylesradio.com listening to all the hot tracks, including Euphoria and 616 in LA. Make sure you get over to williestyles.info for all my links. Y'all know what it is. Again, go over to GFTRadioshow.com. And you said, what's that?
So I'm about to make me sure that says prayers. That's the prayer.
Right, exactly.
That's so bad.
Exactly. Well, until next time, make sure y'all get at us. Hit the like button, the share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we are out.
Yo, it's your boy Dame here.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sunny D.
Yo, it's your boy Smooth from the GFT Radio Network.
What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles in the building.
Join us Mondays at 10 p.m. live on Twitch, YouTube, and our Facebook. And if you miss us, don't worry. You can catch it on our website, gftradioshow.com. And if you feel like talking to us every day, join our Facebook group.
At Join the Conversation, the group where you can discuss all kinds of topics.
Catch me also, Fans Respected, Dope Sports Show. Holla at your boy.
You can cop some merchandise over at our store, teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio. You can get t-shirts, sweatshirts, masks, and even more.
Next time on GFT Radio, what are we talking about? Join the conversation to find out.
Make sure you get at us on GFTRadioshow.com for all of our audio and